The following program is for entertainment and educational purposes. Anything taken out of context is your own fault. The following program is not sponsored. The following host does not sound like this in real life.
Omido for the beat.
And welcome, guys, again to another episode of the Waddy Talk podcast. Trying to get some technical things right. Still a little thrown off by some of the software that's been running, but things happen and things will continue to happen. But the show is going to go on. Anyway, I welcome everybody listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google, wherever you're coming from. Welcome. And right here on YouTube, welcome. Really glad you're here. Really glad you tuned in to the second episode of season 3. Hope you enjoyed the first episode, the season premiere. Thought I'd keep things interesting. Thought I'd keep it, hey, you know me, brutally honest. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's how I'm gonna do it. And I gotta do it how I gotta do it so that we can get the message out. That's what's important, is I'm trying to get the message out, and I want the message to be out. And you know, anyway, guys. So yeah, you didn't come here for an introduction. Real quick, making an announcement. I know I keep saying it, but I'm gonna do it, okay? I promise. We're gonna go TikTok live. We're gonna start streaming and going live and everything like that. You just gotta give me time. I need to find the right time and moment. I would have streamed today's episode live, but my phone's at 5%, so, and I was too focused on the other technical aspects, so I kind of was like, I really don't wanna even attempt that. But anyway, you didn't come here to hear me talk about that. Let's get into it, because you guys know I like to yap. So anyway, today's episode, again, our theme this season is love, and how we need to love each other, love one another, blah 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 blah, this, that, and that. I love you. Then okay, great. You know what that means, right? I hope. Which, and if you don't, this is why you tune into the show. So anyway, guys, we are, first of all, today during our love theme, we are discussing loving the significant other. You know what that means. I'm not gonna say male and female. That's kind of what I'm gonna go with. And the end of that, you know, your person. So here we go. Some of you guys picked some real terrible people. I didn't come here to bash anybody. I didn't come here to bash anybody or anything, or the things or the person you picked and things you're doing. I didn't come here for that at all. That's not what this show is about. Once again, the theme is love. So this is just all from my personal experience and my personal opinion on what love should be and how it should go. Oh, that doesn't mean you have to actually listen to me, okay? Some of you just tune in because you know me and you like, yeah, let's support. All right, great. That's why you tuned in. So anyway, guys, that's not what we came to discuss at all. So, but we are here to discuss loving the significant other. If you're single out there, this isn't a relationship type of podcast at all. Oh, but some of you guys pick some really terrible partners. You guys really settle for love, if that makes sense. Like, y'all kind of settle for things that you really shouldn't settle for. Some of you and listen, okay, I don't know everybody's situation. I don't know everybody what they have going on. I don't know nothing like that. This is just based off, first of all, the demographic, my generation, and what I feel like it should be like. Now, that don't mean you have to go and take heed to what I'm saying. If you living in some toxic type of household and you like to be in that toxic, household, stay there. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just saying. Or if you in some single baby mama, baby daddy type drama, stay there. If you like that, stay there. I'm just saying. This is just me. I'm talking. So that's just me. Yeah. But I really think loving a significant other is actually very much important for us. this generation, as I said, I think the marriage for us is little to none. I found my wife. I don't know about y'all, but anyway, I think it's very much little to none. I don't think it's gonna be a lot of them. Probably none in the near future. I know of one that's happening, but I don't talk to you anymore. So that's that. I know a few of my friends in past have gotten married, and congrats to them. Some of them had babies. Some of them are in toxic relationships. Some of them are looking for love and better things. Hey, that's you. I wish you the best. But I don't think marriage is happening with a lot of us, due to the fact because we have normalized quite a lot of things that's not right. We normalize things that we shouldn't, and we normalize things that just dumb, just ignorant, just stupid, like dumb stuff. But that's just me. I mean, this is based off my observation and everything like that. And once again, you don't have to take heed to what I'm saying. You can live in whatever type of household you like. If it works good for you, that's you. Great. Me, I'm all about peace. I'm all about thing. I mean, everybody wants like a fairy tale type thing, but I think my problem with women is that, well, there's a couple of things that could go into that when it comes to marriage and fairy tales and blah blah blah, this, that, and everybody wants a happy family, nice home with a family and kids, and it's all gonna be love all the time. Such a very beautiful fantasy that isn't gonna happen. But as I said, when it comes to women, you all don't pick the right dudes. You pick the thugs, drug addicts, crack cocaine dealers, the shooters, the robbers, the ones you hold down in jail. You pick those type dudes and expect a whole fairy tale out of it. That nigga don't want to be no prince at all. He don't want to be no prince. He don't want to be Prince Charming. I don't know that many Prince Aladdin. He don't want to be none of that. He wants to be a thug. He wants to be out there on the streets. And you women, you're beautiful women. On top of that, hold on to dudes like that. Dudes, most of them want to be single. Not gonna lie to you. Personally, for me, I see why people are single. My audience out there probably don't see it. Why it's peaceful, why you should, why it's okay, hey, and waiting for the right person. What I'm about to say is you can cut this show off now if the next words out of my mouth are about to offend you, but spirits are real, so that's kind of a whole thing too. But as I'm saying dudes, listen. They manipulate you, women. I hate to say it like that, and like I said, I'm really honest, but they manipulate you to making you have to settle for what you don't have to settle. And you women, y'all like that. Dudes, not all of us are bad. I didn't say thugs are bad either. Hey, listen, one thing about it, a thug is gonna hustle. A thug is gonna go and get his money. He's gonna go smoke his weed, go buy his weed, and sometimes take care of his girl. Sometimes, based off some of my friends, maybe. I don't know about that. I don't really pay much close attention. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I have reached this point in life where it's gonna sound like I'm an a-hole, but I'm not. But I don't want to know really what goes on in anybody else's life. I'm just saying. Now that's a topic for next season, but I'm gonna touch a little bit on it today. Like, what am I gonna do with that information? Like, I have a friend. If I have a friend, right, and she comes to me, oh my gosh, Waddy, I met this dude. Okay, first thing first, I don't want to know that. I do, and then I don't. Don't get me wrong now. Now, if any of my friends feel comfortable enough to come to me, like, I want to tell you something about excited, that's great. I'm going to listen. I'm going to support. I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for it. Because I am happy for you. It's just like, what am I going to do with that information? Or whatever. I seen a TikTok, where it was like, where dudes, this actually happens with me, y'all, too, where dudes like get jealous because I'm talking to, or I'm friends or talking to who they want to talk to. Basically my homegirls, and like the TikTok said, and I'm gonna say it based off my experience because that's why it's called the Waddy talk. But based off me, any of my homegirls I'm friends with or cool with, I don't want them. I'm gonna be honest. First of all, they all live in the same city. Second of all, okay, I don't want to say that part. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say, dog. Okay, they all live in the same city. They all have things they could work on. That's how I'm gonna say that. And they all probably had more than 2 dudes. That's all I'm gonna say with that. But really, dude, I'm trying to help you out. I'm low-key trying to better them for you. But see, me trying to better them for you, dude, is like me trying to talk to them. Like, hey, give them advice on things they probably should or shouldn't be doing. Doesn't work because all of them ended up in some predicament that they're in. But however, though, that's just based off of things or whatever. So, but women, again, y'all settle for manipulative. And listen, dude, not all of us are bad. There are still some nice dudes out there. The problem is, nice dudes like me and whoever else is out there, women don't want you. Okay, not even that. Not even women. Black women don't want you. There are a couple of them out there. Now, mind you, what I'm saying is based off statistics and demographics and everything like that. That's kind of what this is kind of based off of. But they don't want you, dude. To be honest, they want the thug. They want the one that seems a little more rough and blah blah blah. When they don't know that nice dudes can turn evil too. Nice dudes people have feelings. People have ways about them they feel about, and they want to change and do things. But you know, women do not want you. And how do I know that? Because I am the nice guy. Basically, you got 2 dudes, right? You got the idiot with the flowers, and then you got the dude with a fist. Which one you think they're gonna go to? They're gonna go to the one with the fist, because he gonna punch her, hit her, boom, boom, boom. She's still gonna love her. She's still gonna love him. If you're the idiot like me with the flowers, she gonna look at it like, oh my gosh, that was such a sweet gesture, thanks, and then think you some soft punk or something. That's not what that means. That simply means that we care about you and we want to make you feel special. Thugs, they hit you to make you feel special and you feel loved, and it works on you every single time. I don't know how it works on you every single time, but it does. It works on you every freaking single time. However, that's not my business. But just saying, I say all that to say, men, women, the new adults that we are, we could do better. But then also some of us also have childish mindsets too. Dude, which leads into what I'm getting ready to say. There's a couple things that I think when coming with significant others, you know, like loving them or whatever, there's a couple before you even pick your person. And mind you, we all have friends. We all have family who has friends. We all have friends who have friends. You know, we all have seen pretty women and had some dudes, or in some women case thugs. We all have seen, you know, decent looking people. We all know what we want, I hope. And we all know who we want, or what we want, or not. I ain't gonna say who we want, because some of us are hoes, some of y'all are hoes. So it kind of that doesn't mean anything, y'all. But anyway, we know. The point is, we know what we're looking at, okay? So there's that. But there's a couple things that you should probably factor into that I'm gonna touch a little bit on. The first one is goals. Goals. When you pick your partner, your dude, your girl, or whatever, and mind you, not everybody is gonna do this, and mind you, you don't have to take heed to what I'm saying. But there's a couple things that, you know, you should probably discuss before you end up hitting and quitting, or not even that, just hitting, and then you realize that's all you want. That is a whole different subject in itself, and I'm not gonna discuss that subject today. But anyway, First one is goals. Goals. I think personally, when it comes to loving people and significant others, you need to see where your goals is at, bro. Because I don't know about you, but personally, I don't want nobody that's gonna keep me in the same loop over and over and over again. For example, the baby mama, baby daddy thing. I'm not gonna be that person. I'm sorry. I refuse to be that person. I got a whole college degree. I am not gonna sit here and take abuse from somebody who goes as like little to none. Like me. Take me for example, right? And mind you, nobody else is here. So this is what I'm using as an example. Take me for example. Alright. First thing first. I have a career. I have a goals in mind in set, right? I know what I want out of life. That's very much important. You gotta know what you want out of life. Some of you don't want anything out of life. Some of you are fine where you're at. That's cool. That's you. As of today, I have learned that it's not my job to really tell you what you should want out of life and everything like that. Right now on the podcast, this is just advice. I meant that when it comes to other people. Like, I have people in life that I try to, hold close to. So I don't want everybody around me, but hold close to. And I see things in them, and I don't want them to mess up what they have in them. You know, if that makes sense? Because one person can funk your whole life up. I just really want you to know that. They can mess your whole life up. I know that. Because two people messed up my whole life. Not really messed up my whole life. One did. One did. The other one, she didn't really mess it up. She just kind of, that was kind of that would have been a toxic thing. But anyway though, you need to see where your goals is at. Easy. This one's kind of self-explanatory, honestly. If you have somebody, and this is for men and women, gender neutral, okay? Because this can go both ways, a girl or dude and girl, okay? So look, if your goals don't align, you probably should separate. I don't care how pretty she is, dude. I don't care how handsome he is, girls. Y'all should probably go the other way. Because once again, you're not going to want nobody that's going to keep you in the same loop over and over and over again. And keep you right there in that loop, and you just take abuse, and you bored. This generation tends to get bored quite a lot. And now that I say that out loud, I'm starting to realize the reasons on why I think this generation gets bored. Y'all get bored because easy, because your goals don't line up. Like, they don't line up with anything. They don't line up with what you want in life or what they want in life. So you settle. Which settle I can do. I'm sorry. There's a great big world out here. Really big world out here. There's so much to see and do and grasp onto, Why would I settle for some little, look, if it works for you, it works for you. But that's just me. Y'all goals kind of need to line up. Like, if she has a career and you don't, and you're not even trying to find one, you just want to do some basic stuff. Okay, cool. Now, mind you, if your goals line up, such as saying she wants to work and be a doctor, and you want to be a stay-at-home dad, hey, that might work. Or vice versa. He has a career, he wants to be a gynecologist, and you want to be a stay-at-home mama. Okay, great. I guess your goals line up. Long as that. The point is that's just an example. There's other ways. There's other better positive ways, but long as your goals and everything line up though, I think you should be good. I think you should be all right as far as that goes. So anyway, number 2, your family. I say this quite a lot now. I say this really quite a lot. Family. Okay, there's steps here. Okay, let's say you found the one who has the goals, okay, who first of all is gonna pass this whole list, okay, let's just go with that. But you got somebody, right, and y'all like each other, la, cool. Now starting to get serious, and y'all decide let's meet each other's families. All right, now pay close attention, read the room, look at the family, examine, don't judge them. I didn't say that. I didn't say judge nobody, okay? I simply said watch her family, his family, her family. See what kind of cousins they have. See how many of them don't have a man. See how many of them don't have a girl. See how many of them are doing something with their life. See how many of them are really freaking close to each other. I say that quite a lot. I think as a dude, I don't know about for girls. I think with girls, I think it's more so like if he's a mama's boy. Like I feel like that irritates y'all a little bit, because then it just gets spoiled and he's a baby and he whines and blah blah blah. But I think for dudes, this is just me personally, I think it's a turnoff. I think it's a red flag, and I got called a red flag because I asked a bunch of women their opinion on this, and they all kind of came up after. But mind you, they were all co-workers, so that didn't even freaking matter to me. Eventually I'll be moving on, and then I'll forget about you. But anyway, the point is, okay. I personally I find it a red flag. I don't care how beautiful you are. I don't care how fine you are. That's not gonna make me settle for nothing, okay? Look, just cause you pretty, there's somebody prettier out there. I told one girl that one time, the toxic one. I said, she prettier than you. Somebody I said or whatever. Or I said that, or she was trying to, she basically read the words coming out of my mouth like, oh, he thinks she prettier than me. And I did, because she is. But anyway, yeah, I think it's a red flag, if a girl is too close to her family and friends. And this is what I mean by too close. I didn't say close. I said too close. Too close is when you and your person, right? You and your person. Whatever happens between you and your person. I've said this before now. What happens between you and your person should stay between you and your person. That means, example, dumb example, but I'm going to go with it. Or better yet, I'm going to give you about 2, maybe more if it comes to me. First thing first, if she hungry, right? And you're hungry too, and you're like, okay, what do you want to eat? Oh, no. And you go to Burger King, and she go, I don't want no Burger King. Okay, but what you want? I don't know. And she don't tell you, and you go and get food. First of all, as a dude, I would fuss at her. I'm gonna be honest. I would argue bro, tell me what you want, just to grab something. But in this case, he didn't. He went to Burger King and he got food for himself. And he came back, didn't bring her nothing because she act like she didn't want nothing. And then she called her sister or her brother or her mom. That right there, red flag instantly. Because stop telling people our business. Stop telling the people that. You take that up with me. If look, dude, if you have a problem with me as my girl, you come to me. You don't go to nobody else about that. That's between you and me. That situation in itself is between you and me. You want a more mature example? Okay, here we go, right? All right. Let's say we at home, right? Okay, and we got a kid. All right. Let's say the kid done did something dumb in school. Let's say, because mind you, you can get suspended now for pretty much anything in school now. So let's just say he went and fought a girl, right? And it's a boy, and he went and fought a girl, and because of that, they suspended him. He in kindergarten and a half grade. Okay, now he come home, explain why he hit the girl. Okay, 2 parents, me and my girl, or my wife in that case, but still, me and her. We have 2 different parenting styles. That should be discussed too. That's a part of this whole family thing anyway. But yeah, me and her. All right. She tells him, you're not supposed to hit a girl and blah 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 this and that. You should have told the teacher and blah 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 that. And he tells you he did all that, and she goes, you're still not supposed to hit a girl, whatever. Okay. My solution. First of all, did you tell the teacher? Yes. Did the teacher do anything about it? No. Did you tell the girl to leave you alone? No. I mean, yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Did she listen? No. Did she hit you first? Yes. Okay. What'd he do? He fought back. And then I say, look, you fought back. I'm not going to punish you, because if she did it, she was man enough to do it. She was man enough to hit back. And then he said, and then she goes, you shouldn't be teaching that. And then we arguing. And then the heat of the argument, she called her sister. That's a red flag. You don't need to call nobody when it comes between you, me, especially if it's a child in it too. That's between you and that person. That does not go to anybody else. I find that very much attractive. I mean, unattractive. Or, let's go back. Let's say early. Let's say talking stages, right? Let's say you interested. First of all, there's a couple people in my life that I'm going to name, keep nameless. But if they're connected to any of those people, I'm not going to talk to them. I find it a red flag, actually, because some of them don't have really brains of their own when it comes to that situation. When that, such as like, if I like you and you like me, but you listen to your friends, yeah, that's a red flag. Or to, yeah, your friends, which your friends could be my friends, your friends could be my sister, brother, your friends could be my mom and dad. Hey, look, if you listen to them about me and not get to know me yourself, oh, that's a red flag. I'm sorry. All right, there's a couple people I know like that, but again, I'm gonna keep this nameless so nobody thinks anything. But anyway, yeah, I find it unattractive if somebody is too close. Now I get it. You have girl time. You have I keep thinking of hear things, and it's the darn chair. It's this chair. Anyway, yeah, I find that very much unattractive. Mind you, I get you have girl time, and I get you have things that's like, I get that. I get you have, like, you know, time away from your person. That's great. I think that's wonderful, beautiful. But still, you know, girls have girlfriends, dudes have dude friends, and then you come back together. Oh, honey, I love you, whatever, right? Okay. Once again, find it unattractive if you that close to them, where you telling them every bit of an aspect. And if you married out there, that's way more unattractive. You should not be telling your friends, family, anything about what goes on in your marriage, unless you getting abused, unless you getting beat down. Like, I mean, beat down where you gotta put makeup on, and this goes for the dudes and girls too. But to where you getting like beat down by your partner. Okay, that's something you can tell. That's something you go to somebody, because you don't need to take that abuse. Mind you, earlier in this episode, I definitely said some women like that. I'm talking to the ones that don't like it, not the ones that do. But now that type of thing, you should go tell somebody. Like, oh, he hit me. Oh, she hit me. Blah, blah, blah. She pulled out a knife, tried to cut my throat, but I bandaged it up, so now I feel good. Like, that type thing, that's toxic, first of all. Second of all, that's domestic violence. You can file for that and get paid. Just saying. I've seen it happen. Women, if he continues hitting you, punching you, and everything like that, and it's affecting you mentally, you need to tell somebody that. Now that I don't find nothing wrong with. I just mean when you go and tell every little detail about what we got going on. I don't like that. And mind you, this is probably why some women family can't keep a man. This is why probably only 2-3 women in their family are married. See how that works? Works, just saying. Some of them, the people back then had sense. I want y'all to know that. The people back then definitely had sense. So you need to find out where your family like aligns, where that kind of aligns to, because look at that. Check that out in the early stages. Check that out early so that you can like, you know, because also if you really like this person, you probably gonna want kids. Look at the family. Just saying. See what type of people they are. See what works. See what doesn't work. See, pay attention to all that, okay? Just saying, like, if the family messy, and then she turn around and be messy, that's a problem. If the family messy, and she the opposite, and she tell you, oh, I don't even like that, that's why I'm not too close to my family, green, that's your green flag. That means, oh, you have common sense. Oh, whatever. Mind you, that doesn't mean she doesn't love her family. I'm just saying, certain things, you know, you can kind of compromise and kind of go, oh, you got sense, okay, I see. Which leads into the next thing. Trauma? This is gonna be a big one. Trauma? Heal that ish. Heal that. Because don't bring your trauma over here and make it my trauma. Now, I don't know about y'all, But I'm that type of person where if this is kind of why I'm kind of at the point where don't tell me things. Don't tell me things, because I'm gonna get mad. Mind you, I haven't been in a real fight ever. Not when it came to that point. And if I did, it was like me and my brother. You know how brothers and sisters fight. Okay, cool. Not that type of fight. I meant like a real fight when it came to it. And mind you, somebody tried that and that didn't work out. And I'm not gonna tell you what happened. Anyway, there's that. But trauma, heal that. Heal that before you even come over here. Now, if you now look. I don't mind helping people. I really don't. No, but I can't help nobody that doesn't want to be helped. Prior to what I just said, what I meant by that is, first of all, this is why people don't tell me that I don't care who you are, how we met and everything like that. I don't want to know every aspect of your life. I have reached a point in life now where I personally, it's gonna sound like an a-hole, but I don't care. Now mind you, I have people I keep close. I have people I love. I have people, they can come to me about anything and I'm going to lead them in the right direction. Some of you idiots don't have those type of people, but I'm that type of person. But when it comes to other things such as, oh, I met somebody, I kind of don't want to know that. Or when it comes to something like gossip, I don't want to know that, because what am I going to do with that information? I said that earlier, but still, had to kind of reiterate on that. But however, though, when it comes to trauma, and mind you, this is kind of where this kind of leads into. If you're trying to help yourself, I'm for it. That means you're trying to heal from it and everything. That means you're doing something about it. I'm that type person who would get, this is why, again, people don't tell me things, because I get madder than you are at the situation. I get mad at the fact that you decided to take that type of abuse. Like, if you have prime example would be okay, like, let's just say one of my homegirls, right? Let's just say you in a fight. Boom. You and your baby daddy, because y'all fighting over who wants to change the diaper. And then, first of all, he or she probably got some trauma that probably needs to be healed. And during that fight, kind of sparked something and it came up. So there's that. Yeah. And then you call and tell me that. So me and him was arguing over who wanted to change such and such diaper. And we got into it and brought up some things and then boom. Yeah, I'm gonna get madder at this situation, because first of all, why did he hit you? Second of all, and mind you, I'm gonna ask all the right questions. I'm gonna sit right there and be like, so what did you say? I see why he got mad. However, he shouldn't have done that, and such and blah blah blah. Now mind you, if he hit you first, women, if he hit you first, that's different. And dudes, if she hit you first, just saying. I'm not the type of person who supports domestic violence. I don't do that. Just saying, if she man enough to hit you, man enough to, you wanted to be in that fight, okay? Especially if it's repetitive too, at that. So there's that type of thing. But anyway, I get madder at the situation than the other person does. And that's only because, why did you take that? Why did you think that was okay? Why did you feel like you had to why did you feel like you had to stay in it? Why did you do something about it? So, but that's me. I'm asking all the right questions, and then I get mad because I care about the person. Like, if I care about you, I want what's best for you. That's my friends, family, friends, family. That's pretty much it when it comes to that. Of course, God wants the best for me, so I would say God. Of course, I want the best for God too, but I guess that would involve me doing better in my life, right? I would imagine that. But anyway, yeah, I'm that type of person. Anyway, trauma. That's kind of what we were just discussing. When it comes to picking partners, listen, trauma can actually build up in you. Trauma, and mind you, healing takes time, guys. So I just want y'all to know that, okay? Healing definitely takes time. It takes time to heal. It takes time to get the right things correct in order to heal. Okay, I want y'all to know that it definitely takes time. So I'm not saying rush it, but heal from that before you go on to that person. Because I gotta feel like what I'm about to say has happened to me, and I'm trying to think which one. But some people can be sent to heal you. I just want you to know that. Which is probably all they got out of me. And now they feel great about themselves. Like I said, I'm one of them friends, partners who likes to be there. Okay, first of all, I told y'all this some time ago. I find it attractive when a girl cries. I do. I find it very much attractive. Mind you, first of all, being pretty should be a whole crime anyway. Because why are you that beautiful? Shout out to, okay, not gonna even say their names, but anyway, wait, if they happen one day to watch this show, shout out to her, the singer, Kristen Maxwell. She's an actor and a model, not a very well known one, but you would know her. She gonna get big. Chandler Kinney, Jania Walton, and of course everybody that knows the one I love most, Sierra Capri. First of all, y'all are beautiful. Okay. Yeah, really, she the only one that counts. Anyway, guys, y'all are beautiful. First of all, how do you wake up that pretty? And mind you, there's some other women I know too, but yeah. Anyway, you wake up beautiful. I hope y'all know that. And if you're beautiful out there, you also wake up beautiful. But like I said, I find it attractive. And I mean, look, for you to be that beautiful in anything, you can have anything you want out of me. Like, you women, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but y'all got weapons. Y'all eyes, your eyes is like weapons. I don't know in what aspect, shape, or form. I don't know how y'all do it. All you do is just, you look at me, that's it. But it's like, bruh, it's something in it. Y'all got something in y'all eyes where it's just like, dang, okay, wait a minute here. It works. I'm gonna just say it's a powerful weapon. Unless there aren't dudes out there that really care about eyes. But I am definitely one of those who is attracted to eyes. Like, that's the first thing that attracts me anyway, is a pretty face. So there's that. But anyway though, when it comes to that type of situation, I done threw my whole self off talking about like that. I threw my whole self off just now. Where was I, y'all? Something about being pretty. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing, 'cause I don't forget. I got trauma. I'm sorry, that's what it was. It was trauma. Yeah, y'all need to heal from that. And mind you, like I said, if you're trying to better yourself, hear that. But I don't want you. Some people are sent to heal you. That's where it was. In my situation, some of the women I healed, I feel like I got healed, which I think is great. Fantastic for them. However, though, that's pretty much all they kind of got out of me. Besides gifts and nice things and Apple watches and teddy bears and things like that. But still, that's that. But mind you, what I'm basically saying is, men, women, don't bring your trauma on to somebody. Like, if you have like a divorced family and it's affected you mentally, and mind you, all these things that I'm naming, personally I've healed from, because life goes on, but it takes time. Everybody's different, okay? Be kind to the people. That's important. That's what this is about anyway, is love. So, but anyway, if you have divorced parents and it affected you mentally, and you feel like a girl is gonna make you feel better, heal from that first. Heal from whatever it is. You might have been an only child, and now it's like, oh my gosh, I thought love was my mom and dad, and then they went out there, got divorced, and now it hurts me, that type thing. Heal from that, because she ain't gonna hear all that. You need. I personally think when it comes to things like that, you need to leave your past in the past, and let it stay there. So there's my opinion on that. But divorce or grief too. I think grief's a little different, but everybody can be kind to each other. Try to get an understanding too when it comes to trauma, and then understand, things they're not gonna tolerate, things they're not gonna want to deal with, that type of thing. Try to get an understanding of some sort. Just saying, that kind of helps them helps them love you. If that makes sense. Help them love you. Help you love them. Help yourself. Help each other. If you really care about them. And mind you, once again, we live in the generation that doesn't care much. So there's that. So yeah, there's that. So heal from that trauma, whatever the trauma is: domestic violence, trust issues, divorce, death, child abuse, anything like that. Heal from that. And if you're helping yourself, that means you're trying to heal. Okay, I get that. Make sure that person understands that too. Understand that I'm trying to heal from something, and I think you're a nice person, but I need you to bear with me. If they love you enough, they patient. They're gonna be patient with you. I have been very much patient with some of these women I dealt with, and a little too patient. That's why we're not together. So, but there's that. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, move on to the next thing, and that would be personalities. I think this affects us a little bit. I think this affects us more than it probably should, and it does. Everybody is built different. I just want you to know that I think statistically, we put these labels on certain people. Like, for example, we got light skinned women. Some of them call them bougie and stuck up and prissy and things like that. I know some light skinned women that's not like that. We have some dark skins. Some of them get called cockroaches and chocolate cakes and things like that. I don't think that's nice at all. And then I heard they got something good. Anyway, I don't think we should put labels on people like that. I don't think we should put white folks, they say they got, they racist. Not all people are like that. Just so you know, this is a whole great big world. This world is huge. We don't need to put labels on people like that or anything like that. So when it comes to personalities, that's I personally think that's the fun part in like talking to somebody. Like, different personalities and different things like that. Like, there's different aspects and things, that I think that makes a person. That makes a person, interesting. That makes a person really like you or whatever. Like, I find that interesting. I think that's a great thing to like. I think it's great. I think it's interesting. Thing, like, based off of the women I talked, some of them, like, okay, I met this girl, right? But I did. It was kind of too long ago now. But I met her sometime in college. Not gonna tell y'all which one because some people from college might be watching. She was a beautiful girl though. No, I didn't try to really talk. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have nothing but a dream then. But anyway, this is an example, and you can call me whatever you want to. You can kick rocks, okay? I had dreams and goals because of these things. But anyway, there was a girl. She was a beautiful, light-skinned girl. Very beautiful. I thought this girl, I said, oh, she pretty. And mind you, the type of college I went to was for geeks. Just saying. It was an art school. They were nerds. Most of everybody I knew was a nerd. Some way, somehow. Whether they were pretty or not, they were nerds. Like, I mean, not them type nerds like you see like anime type thing. I mean, there was definitely a lot of them, but they were all cool to me. Like, all of them, most of everybody there was nice to me, and I was nice to most of everybody there. If I wasn't, and you're watching this show, please let me know, because I don't want to lie. Okay, just saying. But anyway, she was a pretty girl. So, as I was like talking to her or whatever. Okay, so how I was talking to her is the funny part. She worked at the front office before she became a student, right? So, I had time in between classes. So I went up there Okay, it was a group of people. So, it was like a group of friends or whatever. And I was up there just talking to the group of friends, and then the conversation ended with me and her. She's supposed to be working and everything up front. And she was. I was just up there yapping, and we was just talking, right? So I was a nerder than I am now. Anyway, so I had like a lanyard, and which had my keys on it to this car. I hate it. And it had these pins up there. So I had I'm trying to think. I think I had like the Rugrats up there, and I had Big Bird and Snuffy up there, right? On these pins. And she said, "Oh, I like you." I think it was the Big Bird one. I said, "Oh, thanks. I love Big Bird, blah blah blah, or whatever." And she said it first. She said it, "I love Big Bird" first. I was like, "Oh yeah, me too." And then we got into it, about the cartoons. The girl was into cartoons, and it really excited her. Like, she's the reason I looked at Toy Story or something like that. And I was like, "Oh, I see the hype." Well, when she told me to watch it over the weekend, I didn't like it then, but mind you, that was 2019. As of now, I think Toy Story is hilarious. I mean, a bunch of toys, like, dramatic like that, running away so they can trying to chase, like, childhood. I think that is hilarious. Dramatic. Woody, definitely, he's dramatic. But anyway, though, she was into things like that. And I was like, I asked myself the question. I said, how is somebody that pretty into something like that? I mean, nothing wrong with that. Adults make cartoons, and I don't think you're childish at all if you watch cartoons. And if you think that's childish, you can kick the rocks that's on the ground and the sand under it, and I hope you dig a hole to the middle of the earth, because adults make that. I think personally, because of cartoons, I think because of them, the world can be more fun. I do. I personally think that. I think the adventures and things they go on, I think we can also make that happen as humans. I do. I know it's not real, but I mean, just saying, we can make things happen. You want to go to outer space? Go on to outer space. I believe that you can do it. If you want to sit there, go ride a pony through the water. Okay, great. You want to go to far away and talk to gingerbread men and donkeys? I want you to go for it. I think you can do anything you want to in this world, in the right manners, of course. But still, back to the original point, though. Personalities. I think that's the fun part in talking to somebody and getting to know somebody. You get to know their personalities, the ups and downs. I definitely saw some red flags in some of the other ones. I didn't see it then. I saw it after the fact. I saw it after we stopped talking. So, or no, kind of like the N words or whatever. So, there was that. But yeah, I think personalities. I think you guys should definitely like try to get those like lined up. Try to get them together. Try to get them. Find out what makes the person unique. I'm not saying change you for nobody. Don't ever in your freaking lifetime do that. Don't change your ways for nobody. Like, be you. Be you, because that person's gonna like you for you. If they love you that much, they're gonna like you for you. They're not gonna like you for anything else or anybody else. Don't try to change yourself. Don't be that type dude. Don't be that type person. Love you for you. Just saying. So, I think personality is a big one. So find out what makes them unique. They birthday come around, you still talking to them, you really into this person, hey, or surprise them with random things, like that. I bought dumb things before. I bought dumb things to make a girl happy. Mind y'all too. Again, everything I'm saying is gender neutral. So this just, this can apply to men too, and this can apply to women too. But find out what makes the person interested. What makes them fun? What makes them happy? What makes them sad? What makes them? Well, don't ask them what piss them off, because that's probably gonna scare you. You can ask them that to try to avoid it, but that's just one thing. I'm just saying. But yeah, find out what makes that person interesting. Make them unique. Find out what makes them like happy. Find out how they see the world. Find out how they view the world. How they find the world interesting. Find out about their world. And if they invite you into their world, don't you freaking blow it. Don't go in there and try to blow their world up. Try to sit there and go, oh, you're weird for that. Oh, you're weird from that. I don't think anybody is per se weird. I think we all just have different interests. That's what the world is freaking about, which is why, first of all, God said you ain't supposed to judge. There's a lot of people that judge. A lot of you. Y'all judge for all the wrong reasons, and I don't think that's right at all. I think we all have different things that make us different. That doesn't make us immature or anything like that. I think some of you still have high school minds into that, and you should let that high school mind mess go, which probably falls back more on trauma. Because let that hurt go. But either way, high school you wasn't mature then. I want y'all to know that. High school you was a kid. Once you come out of high school, you grown. Do what you want. You gotta find your way and everything like that, okay? You need to do that. Listen, okay? Either way, we shouldn't judge nobody for being different. There's one thing I learned. People do not like people that's different. That's gonna sound, that's deeper than what some of you are probably listening to that and thinking it's surface only. Like, what do you mean? I'm not different and such and such. Others, if you think like me, you're thinking a little more deeper into what it is. So just saying, like, there's things like that. You should probably check out that person. That person might be happier because of something that happened dealing with trauma. And because of you, I had somebody tell me I was too happy. I had a whole girl tell me I was too happy one time when I was trying to date her. And I was like, I've been through things. I mean, ain't nothing to sit there and dwell on for the rest of your life. Like, you think about it. I could have personally dwelled on my grandmama's death. Here come the whiners. Oh, here we go again. First of all, you don't freaking understand that. And you better count yourself lucky that you don't understand. But anyway, I could have sat there and dwelled on that for the rest of my life right now. And then this episode wouldn't exist. I can do that. Or I can force myself, tell myself life goes on. I can't control it. I can't do anything about it. And find other things. That's why I thank God for the people I hold close and I have in my life. I think because of them, I've been able to live more happier and do, happier things. Yes, like she literally tried to tell me I was too happy. And I was like, getting through that. I could definitely dwell on it. But no, I thank God for the people again I have in my life. Just because they help me see some things different. They help me learn not to be selfish. They don't know that I'm not trying to be selfish. They don't know that. They just know that I'm trying to do better. They know what's up. They know. Let's just say that. And they know I love them and care about them. They don't know it per se from the deeper aspect, but they know what's up. So just saying. Don't be the person. Don't be that one to go and mess up somebody else's world and personality and send them in some deep dark depression or therapy, because let them know what it is from the beginning. Just saying. You shouldn't be wanting to date for just a date anyway. You should be wanting to date to marry. But again, I'm in the wrong generation. So this generation again doesn't date for them. They date to have babies and one night stands. And look at what we got now. Anyway, that's gonna lead right into my next thing. I hope y'all understand that. Consider their personal interest and things like that. And what makes them unique, because what makes them unique might inspire you and be like, I want to see what it's like in your world. Okay. And next thing you know, I could be that person, like me personally. Let's go to Hawaii then. How about that? Let's go to the beach. Let me show you my world just a little bit. There's the world that we go through, and there's my world. So just saying. And next thing, careers. Nobody in this generation wants anything anymore. Either that, or if it's just the ones that I know. You guys don't want anything out of life. So, if you are one of those type people, get you somebody that doesn't want anything out of life. That is comfortable where they're at, and comfortable where they're at, comfortable where they are, comfortable with being whatever it is they are not wanting anything. Not to say nothing's wrong with having like a regular job or anything, but anybody that doesn't want anything out of life and that's your type person, stay like that. Stay with them. That is your person, whoever it may be. I just want to do such and such. I don't want to do the same thing for the rest of my life over and over and over again. Great, that's you. I think you should stay like that's your person. Now, if you're like me and want things out of life, get you somebody that make sure that person when you're discussing it wants something out of life. Like, prime example, right? Me as me, okay? There's a couple things I want to be in life. Photographer, filmmaker, television production, or radio production. And the only reason I even said radio because of this show, and also because the type of television we live in, the type of television they have now, I don't think my dream is coming true. I look at television from that's been canceled, and it was better television and important. It was a staple in people's lives. So anyway, there's that. But yeah, personally, I want things out of life. So my person has to want something out of life. Like me, say like, okay, like me as a photographer could be dating a model. Actually, that's one I hope I marry, but I already mentioned her name, and that's it, and that's all. And if you weren't listening or can't go back and find it, great, don't find it. Anyway, yeah, that means that photographer and model, duh, match made. Or somebody that talks a lot, and then I have a radio career, duh, match made. Or graphic design, me. Or artist, she's an artist, or wants to do something with her creativity, duh, match made. You see what I'm doing here? Or you're like a basketball player, right? Okay, and she's let's just say somebody who works in the press. I'm thinking big, but duh, match made. Understand where I'm coming from here? I think if your careers, same way with everything else, especially your goals, if it don't line up, you should probably part ways. I'm just saying. That's me personally, just for the sake of, think about it, y'all. Y'all don't want to be stuck. That's the whole really premise of this episode, is you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck in some mess that you're going to regret, Like, just saying, like, make sure your career's goals and, conversations, they line up. Come to some type of agreement. Not to say you have to sell your soul, but just saying, find out where your careers, find out where your dreams and careers like line up, if that makes sense. Like, you ain't gotta sell it. You gotta sit there and be like, okay, so if I'm with you, and we're gonna come to this agreement, know this and blah blah blah. You're not signing anything. I'm just saying, just kind of roll with that. So, yeah, there's that. Last thing, kids. I don't know about y'all. I'm gonna lightly touch on this. Simple. If they want kids, great. They don't want kids, great. Find that out at the beginning. That's it with that. I think the world is. Nope, I ain't gonna say that. I'm sorry. No. I'm not gonna say that. But find out where they are on kids. Just saying. Because not everybody wants kids, and some people do, some people don't. Find that out at the beginning, okay? Because that's how you end up in predicaments and mess like that. Yeah, find out where they are with kids. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this episode up due to some distractions and technical difficulties, but I kind of talked enough. I'll be understood what was coming out of my mouth and the things I was trying to accomplish in this episode. Pick your person. If you're somebody with a brain, just saying, kind of find out where things line up. Find out things that you can change things like that. Just saying when it comes to that. But anyway, y'all, you all know where to find me at. You all know where to find me and how to get there, or whatever. Be sure to tune in next week when we talk about loving Jesus and everything like that. I have a guest next week, and I can't wait until you guys meet her. So until next week, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for understanding things I have going on. Hopefully this works the way it needs to in the future, and eventually I'm working on that. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys tune in again next week, and hopefully technical aspects they'll be better, especially towards the end. All right, we out.
Omido for the beat.